work. What do you want? I don't work. Stop. Give me pictures. Walk out the door. So I don't think it's that everybody is saying okay, they're high rent, so I respect all that. Yeah, no.
It's like 8-9 cents.
Yeah.
The rental price.
Full price. Yeah, full price. That may change on that. All right, thanks.
See, you don't have as much of this anymore. I almost didn't recognize you. How are you, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You're taking your own pictures now?
I'm this guy, we've written about this guy about 12 times.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to find out what the deal is, because yesterday, apparently, or the day before, there was some issue about his stuff out here.
Oh.
You know about that?
No, I don't. Lee might.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good
to see you.
It's my Monday, back to the grind.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
No, I
So, do we know what's going on with all this?
Well, Ed was gone for a year and a half.
Right.
And then a year and a half too. Rules and regulations pertaining to enforcement of noise abatement and having loudspeakers have been in effect for a long time, but they've been enforced more.
So they were in effect when he left, but they just weren't being enforced.
It's posted over there. When they had been, they were enforced. But now with the amount of people that are coming through, and you can see with Bloomingdale's open, the amount of tourists we have in here and everything else, it gets very congested down here. And we do get more complaints from Muni, from the street artists, or the business people down here on noise.
Right.
So to enforce those regulations, we have to come out and advise people who are using the loudspeaker systems what the rules are.
So is there a way for him to keep doing what he's doing, or given the regulations and the enforcement regulations, are we kind of out of luck here?
Well, when you have a system as big as this speaker projects a lot out.
This is our new media thing.
Yeah, I see that. I guess so. Go with the small stuff.
It is. Sorry.
It ends up that if you had a radio, television, or something like that project sound, the regulations, you don't have to worry about that. They're not there.
Right.
Anything beyond that, you have to have permits for loudspeaker systems. The only other one that loudspeaker that's acceptable is a 10-watt system, a bullhorn, and that's in the municipal police code.
So where we are is basically he has to either get a different system or he's out of luck.
That's what it is. That's what it boils down to.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, considering I've been doing this for 10 years with this specific system here, it's attached to, I run all my equipment off of a car battery, a car battery, and my iPod. And I had that set up before I left, and it wasn't a problem. I was over here, the board was right here, it wasn't a problem, the tourists love it. I was here yesterday, I was here Friday, Saturday, wasn't a problem. Me personally, I think it has to do with finances and Bloomingdale's. That's my personal opinion about it.
So are you going to perform today or not?
Oh yeah, I'm going to perform. I was just talking to Officer Dolberg about it. I mean, yesterday I had kids dancing with me and the whole bit. So, it's a lot of fun. So I live in the community. I live on 6th Street. So I just think local artists are not being respected, and we're an asset to the city. We're not a liability. The tourists come here. If you talk to the tourists, they'll say Golden Gate, Fisherman's Wharf, Moscone Center, and street artists.
Right.
So it's a long San Francisco tradition, and we want to keep that going on.
So what are the possibilities here? Is it possible you're gonna get a smaller system? Would that be practical?
Yeah, I was talking to the officer about it. It's a it's a financial thing.
Right.
It's always that.
Always that.
I need the capital to be able to make it smaller.
So what would you say would be the cost if you had to estimate of a sound system that you could legally operate here?
Oh, well, I've already priced some speakers for something much more smaller, which is like a studio speaker. You're looking at something like $400, $500, $600 for something that is small and unnoticeable.
And how long do you think it would take you out here, not to get into your private finances, how long would it take you out here to get that kind of money together?
It'll take a long time.
Long time.
To get that. I make enough money for coffee and a sandwich, believe it or not.
Right.
So really, all of this energy, it's all being fueled by the love that I have for the art.
Now, you and Officer Dahlberg, you've known each other from before? Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, he's a good
Okay.
guy. He's a good guy. I don't have any problem with.
He's just doing it. He's just doing what he needs to do.
He's
right?
doing his job. He talks to all of the artists in this area. You know, he'll approach you in an articulate manner, give you a warning, and if you don't comply, then he takes it to the next level.
Right.
So, but we respect Officer Dahlberg out here.
That's good. So that's pretty nice endorsement there, officer.
Yeah, it's nice. Just throw money in, I guess. I don't know.
But it's got to be a little tough. You know, you guys have sort of crossed each other's paths for a lot of years. To kind of, I mean, it's law. You
Yeah.
got to enforce it, but it's got to be a little tough.
There, you know, in the city, there's always been there's letter of the law, which can be enforced, and there's spirit of the law. You know, advise what the law is, and sometimes you have to get to the point that you will have to enforce that code. And we've got a lot of codes that more and more through the years are being enforced heavier. I mean,
Right.
traffic codes, from jaywalking,
Right.
all the way to amplified sound. So that's what you have to look at.
I'm going to watch when I make sure that I cross.
That's
the
right.
the
Yeah,
right place.
right.
Yeah.
Look for me.
So, are you aware that there have been specific complaints about Edward here by any of the merchants, or is it just in general?
Well, it's in general, since Ed's been gone, we've had numerous complaints of other people coming in with
Other
loudspeakers.
street artists, right.
Yeah, and they've played, and so since the congestion and the amount of people and everything, you should not be able to set up to a point to attract a crowd in such a highly congested area. It's too congested. Down at the Wharf, they made some modifications down there for the street artists where they get certain permits to go down there and play down there.
Right.
And that's worked pretty well, what I understand. But up here still with Holiday Plaza, Union Square, and any of those areas where there's been a lot more foot traffic going on, they've come down pretty heavy on some of the violations.
And he talked about you, what he thinks about you as an officer. What do you think about him as a dancer, as a street artist?
Oh, it's good. I mean, he does some good tap out here and everything else. I mean, I've been around tap for a long time. My wife teaches tap dance.
Really?
So yeah, so I've seen a lot of tap going on and everything else. So it's he does his work. He does fine. I think if he got himself a position somewhere where he could get out there and teach the kids and the younger people in a dance class situation, it would be great. And I think he'd make a few bills that way too.
And the current problem notwithstanding, you'd like to see him keep dancing.
Oh, he's an entertainment piece out here, and he can work it. The idea is that with a system this large and everything, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more complaints. And I just want to rectify that now with him since he's back from Australia, so I think straighten that out now.
You happy he's back?
It's nice to see him. That's good. He's an Americana thing out here, that he is.
All right, thanks.
So,
We appreciate it.
all right then.
All right.
No problem.
Now I'm going to